Hey everybody, this is Dustin, Urban Specialist. So I got a wild one for you today. This was a unit that was just in here a while back, and what I want to go into some detail on it was so it can help anybody else in case you accidentally do this. It's a Grand Design Reflection, and it came in for the customer service satisfaction, and we did a bunch of frame repairs on it, and all that was successful and fine during the process of that. So I want to talk about a few things, and then I'll go into more detail. When a unit comes in, and you can see like this guy's up in the air doing frame repairs, and this guy's up in the air with jack stands and stuff as well. When a unit comes in, we pull the unit in, we grab the forklift to hook up the weight, pick up the legs, lower the front end, slide some jack stands underneath, pick up the front end, slide some jack stands underneath, and depending on if it has a 2-point, a 4-point, or a 6-point system, we'll also put those down to help stabilize the coach. So when that happens, all of the weight off of the center equalizers and the springs and the axles now drop down. So it takes the position of the shackle links and instead of them being up, it spans them out and drops the unit down lower. So when we did this coach originally, this was about a month ago or so, did this coach originally, the second we level it and put it up on the stands, that weight's off there. So in the process of that, they go ahead and they pull the tires off the unit. They'll usually spin the hubs on them, grab the hubs just as a courtesy to check to see if there's any bearing play, spin them to see if there's any weird noise. And then obviously before we get it all wrapped back up, we're also checking to make sure that the brakes are working and that the brake wires are good and all that kind of fun stuff, besides doing the warranty on it. So this particular unit, when it was in here, he had a noise on the passenger side front axle, and he had a noise previously on the driver's side rear axle. And so at the time we called up the customer and said, hey, the guys came in here, they disconnect this bolt, they disconnect that bolt, they disconnect that bolt, and then this thing is dropped down on some axle holders, and then those are just rolled out from underneath, and we just roll the whole axle completely out. And so we get it inside the shop. Some time goes by because we're in the process of getting everything approved for the warranty work and all that. Said, hey, Mr. Customer, you need to do wheel bearing pack because there's some weird noises in here, some weird noise on the opposite side. So we found a bunch of stuff wrong, right? We found that it needed brakes, that it needed drums, that those were all worn out and over greased. We actually found at the time in the other videos, so you can go back and watch multiple videos. We found at the time in the other videos that the U-bolts that were on here, that the thread of the U-bolt was below the nut. So basically it'd be like any nut that you have, the thread was right at the hole of it. So it was nothing sticking out. So it only had so many threads that were holding it to it, which wasn't correct. When we noticed that, we said, hey, it looks like he put new leaf springs on here. And so in fact, they did do that. Now the old leaf springs that have the keepers on them, then these keepers are made to keep these from fanning out, and then they're also made from jumping, right? So whenever you see those that are coming loose or slid off or missing, that's because you're turning too hard or whatever. So this particular springs, at the time, Gino, and here's his old springs, at the time, Gino straightened out the springs on a bench, removed and replaced all the bushings, and then straightened out the retention spring or the retention clip on it. So, and you can see these springs, they were E-trailer, right? So, hey, they look fairly new. They had plenty of arch to them. We didn't take and measure them. We didn't do anything. We just took down what was already there on the unit. Of course, these ones got damaged, and these are brand new. These are less than a month old. These ones got damaged and got chewed all up. His previous ones were so worn out that this was oblong, like an inch. Now, all his hangers were damaged as far as the center hangers, so we had to replace the center hangers. We had to replace the equalizers. We had to do all the bushings. We had to replace all the worn shackle links, and so on. So we go put this thing back together just like it is. And you can see, there's no weight on the axles, these guys are out of position until the weight comes up, and then it's going to cause it to rise. So, no big deal. We reassembled the coach, put it all back together, checked all the brakes, take the unit, pick it up, pull the front jack stands out, teeter it down, pull the back jack stands out, clean up our mess, Okay, Mr. Customer, you are ready to go. Your unit's ready for pickup. Customer drives it home, goes on their trip, calls us back and says, hey, I went to go look at these guys and they're getting all chewed up. And we're like, what do you mean they're getting all chewed up? He's like, well, something's not right. Either the shackle link is hitting it or something's not right. And I said, well, wait a minute. Let me think about this for a second. What's going on? Because 90% of that stuff's new. And I said, hey, you bought these springs from eTrailer. You put these springs on, correct? He said, yeah, I put those springs on. So I said, well, do you have a receipt of those springs? Because on the videos, I wasn't able to get to like the part numbers and whatnot. I said, well, what size of springs did you get? So, because for a 6-leaf spring, there's only 2 sizes. There's a 24 7/8 inch, and there's a 26 inch. And I said, so these are supposed to have a 24 7/8. Maybe you put the 26 inches on. Call me back. Yep, I put the 26 inches on. So, oh, damn it. Well, no wonder we have, less movement. So these are 26 1/4 inches long, besides the span of them when the weight gets added. So that was basically taking the suspension. And when this is down on the ground, these shackle links are going to be up here normally like the W. The prior ones, they were darn near straight up. So by him adding the incorrect spring, threw off the distance over 1 1/4 inches more, which made these guys way up here. And then by the time we lowered the weight down, it brought it clear up into here. And, it wasn't something that we noticed, right? Because typically you have the right spring on there. So it basically added an extra, I don't know, we're going to say 2.5 to 3 inches of distance coming off, which completely throws off the geometry of the whole system. And then this system's no longer available too. So if you ever see these medallions on here, this is an old Correct Track system. And we had to order these, which we found through some third-party company because nobody has these same yellow ones anymore. And at the time, we had ordered them from Lippert directly, this version, which is the newer version of it. And we ordered this version, and that version took forever to get here. So we still had these in stock, and I thought, well, we'll just keep them. They're whatever. I think they're $100.50 or 100 something bucks. We'll keep them for when the next time we come across this, so we have them. So, anyways, the customer returned back, confirmed those were the wrong springs, and now we're back to getting this bad boy all situated correctly for the owners. So, but the moral of the story is just make sure if you're changing out the equipment or if you take it to a shop that they're not putting in the incorrect springs. We do see springs that get put in correctly a lot of times. And so for you guys that are following us and watching us, you can go back and refer to the other videos. What the owner had on this is he doubled up the shackle links to make them thicker instead of buying the thicker shackle link. He had increased the spring height by an extra leaf, which again throws off the geometry, and then didn't replace the U-bolt, so that's why the U-bolt was short. So now, and it's not going to be off by much because it still allows for a little room. So basically the thickness of that leaf spring, which is, the next size up than what he had, is fine. Typically when you're going to replace the leaf springs, you're not adding another spring leaf. What happens is the leaves themselves are just a little bit thicker. And I'm not going to say like the thickness of like a credit card, but they're just a tiny bit thicker. So, and then you can see Gino's down here and he's torquing everything to specs, and making sure that all that stuff is good. Then he'll go back and he'll clean everything up, mark it, and then he'll get it all put back together. So anyways, stay tuned for more. This is Dustin and Gino, your RV specialist. And we just want to let you know that, be careful what you're doing, especially if you guys that are out there doing it yourself. All right. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day.